Hello everyone. This is our first lecture of chapter Determinants. In this video lecture, we are going to learn how to find value of determinants and what is determinant. Okay, let's go for it. In today's session, we are going to learn two types of determinant. First one is 2 cross 2 determinant and second one is 3 cross 3. Second order determinant and third order determinant. 2 cross 2 is nothing but second order determinant and 3 cross 3 is nothing but third order determinants. As we can see from here, there is 2 cross 2. This 2 cross 2 represent 2 rows, 2 columns. This 2 cross 2 represent 2 rows and 2 columns. First number represent row and second number column. So in 2 cross 2 there are 2 row and 2 column, and total 4 elements or entries in this determinant. So for A, B, C, D belongs to real number, this expression is called as a 2 cross 2 determinant. This expression is called as a 2 cross 2 determinant. As I said earlier, these real numbers A, B, C, D are the elements or entry of the determinant. We call this as an entry or element of the determinant, especially 2 cross 2 determinant. So now here this is first row, this is second row, this is first column, this is second column. Yes, this is principal diagonal and this is secondary diagonal, right? Row 1, row 2, column 1, column 2. This is principal diagonal, this is secondary diagonal. Okay, so the expression AD minus BC, is called the value of the determinants, value of this determinant. But how? चलो कैसे फाइंड करना है देखते हैं. So given that the product of the elements on the principal diagonal, what is the product of element on principal diagonal? This is principal diagonal. Yes, product of this two element means A into D, right? Minus the product of the elements on the secondary diagonal, product of the elements on the secondary. What is secondary diagonal? Yes, this is secondary diagonal. So product of these two, C and B. So AD minus BC is value of this determinant. So basically what you need to do is find product of principal diagonal, find product of secondary diagonal, and subtract product of secondary diagonal elements, product of elements of secondary diagonal from principal diagonal, right? So now go for some more examples. So here one determinant is given, that is 2 cross 2 determinant, right? So multiplication of multiplication of these two, but this is nothing but principal elements of principal diagonal. So 9 into 4 minus these two, multiplication of these two, 7 into 5, 9 4s are 36 minus 35. 5. So this is nothing but 1, right? Next one, multiplication of these two, 4 into 5 minus 6 into 5. 4 5s are 20 minus 6 5s are 30. So our final answer is minus 10, right? Okay, this is trigonometric function, right? This is nothing but trigonometric function. Multiplication of these two, sine theta minus cos theta into cos theta, multiplication of these two, right? So sine square theta minus cos square theta, but minus into this minus is plus cos square theta. Yes, we know that sine square theta plus cos square theta is nothing but 1. So value of this determinant is also 1. Okay, so basically this is 2 cross 2 determinant, right? Multiply, if determinant is like this is 2 cross 2 determinant. Find product of these two term minus product of these two term. Easy. So let's go for 3 cross 3 determinants. This is third order determinant. We call this as a third order determinant 2. So in this there are 3 rows. There are 3 rows and 3 columns. There are 3 rows and 3 columns, right? As well as 3 into 3, 9 elements or 9 entries, right? So here AI, BI and CI, where I equal to 1, 2, 3. So basically A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C3, A2, B2, C2 and A3, B3, C3 is nothing but elements of the determinant. So this expression is called as a 3 cross 3 determinant. This expression is called as a 3 cross 3 determinant. Okay, so in this is first row, second row, third row, right? Column 1, column 2, column 3, and this is principal diagonal and this is secondary diagonal, right? This is principal diagonal, this is secondary diagonal. Okay, so now most important part of this, how to find value of third order determinant. Yes, it's very, let us consider one determinant, and that is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. We can find value of determinant using any row or any column. We are going to use row number 1, right? We are going to use row number 1. Yes, in row number 1, hide A1. First of all, write down A1 and then hide A1. What you see? B2, B3, C2, C3. Write down like this. Now hide B1. First of all, write down B1, but minus B1. Why minus B1? I'm going to tell you in 2 to 3 minutes. Wait for that. Here minus B1 and write down this A2, A3, C2, C3. Now hide C1. What you see? A2, B2, A3, B3. Write down this in multiplication of C1. Now solve this. You will get value of 3 cross 3 determinant. Yes, we can find value of 3 this determinant using second row, but in second row we have to take minus here and here. In first row we have taken minus here, so in second row we have to take minus here as well as here. So let's go for it. So minus a2 hide a2, what you see, b1 b3 c1 c3, right? b1 b3 c1 c3. Wait, yes, b1 b3 c1 c3, and now b2, but plus b2, hide b2 a1 a3 c1 c3. Okay, now minus c2, hide c2 a1 a3 b1 b3 a1 a3 b1 b3. So this value and this value both are, as well as this two. This is expansion using third row, a3 hide a3 b1 b2 c1 c2 minus b3. As I said earlier, माइनस, यहाँ पर माइनस और ये माइनस, ये कैसे आएगा? आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू in a few minutes, right? So for this you have to remember one arrangement or one determinant, plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus. If you are expanding using first row, then you have to consider this. If you are expanding using second row, you have to consider this sign. If you are expanding using this, you have to consider plus minus plus. So if you are expanding using second row, then you have to consider minus here and minus here. Be careful. So you can find value of determinant using any row or any column. Now let us take 3 examples. First, 5 4 1 2 5 1 2 3 1, right? We are going to expand this determinant using row 1, right? So 5, then hide 5, but we are going to expand this using first row. So plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus, right? So here we have to consider these signs. So 5 into 5 1 3 1. Now minus 4. Why minus? Yes, hide minus 4, what we get? 2 2 1 1, right? Next, plus 1, hide plus 1, hide plus 1, what do we see here? 2 2 5 3, right? 2 2 5 3 5 as it is. This is basically 2 cross 2 determinants, right? This is basically 2 cross 2 determinants. We know that how to find this. 5 ones are 5 minus 3 ones are 3 minus 4, 2 ones are 2 minus 2, 2 ones are 2 minus 2 ones are 2, plus 1, 3 twos are 6 minus 5 twos are 10. So 5 into 2, 5 minus 3 is 2, 4 into 0 plus 1 into minus 4. So 5 2s are 10, minus 4 equal to 6. This is value of this 3 cross 3 determinant, right? Let us go for next determinant. Again we are going to expand this using first row. Okay, so 2 minus 3 minus 1, so 2 hide 2, what we get 0 0 6 1. Now minus 3, but at this element we have to consider this. So what does this minus mean? You have to change sign of the element. If minus is minus something is given, then you have to consider plus something, right? So here minus 3 is given, so we have to consider plus 3. So be careful whenever you see minus here, you have to take opposite sign. So if we are going to hide minus 3, 1 5 0 and 1. Now last element, yes, look at here, this is minus 9, but whenever at plus you don't need to change sign of the element, right? So minus 9 as it is, hide minus 9, what we see 1 5 0 6. So 2 into 0 minus 0 minus 0 plus 3, 1 minus 5 into 0 0 minus 9, 6 ones are 6 minus 0. So 2 into 0 is 0, 3 into 1 is 3, minus 9 into 6 minus 54. So this is nothing but minus 51. Yes, we can find value of determinant using any rows or any column. So we are going to try with second row. So try to find using second row. So we have to consider this sign, minus plus minus. So at here plus 1 is given, so we have to change the sign of plus 2 minus 1. So minus 1, hide 1, what you see, minus 3, 6 minus 9 1, right? Now plus 0 and hide 0, but 0 into something is always 0, plus 0 0 into something is always 0. So these two elements these two terms get cancelled out. Solving this term, what we get, minus 1 minus 3 minus 9 into 6 is minus 54, right? Minus 54, but after applying this minus it will get plus 54, right? So minus 1 into 54 minus 3 51, so answer is minus 51. So if you use this row or any row, you will get same answer, right? Okay, one more example. We are going to expand this using first row. 1, hide 1, what we see here, 3 minus 1 1 minus 2, right? 3 minus 1, then minus, but at here minus is given, so we have to change the sign of this element, so plus 1, right? Then hide minus 1, what we see, hide minus 1, what we see, 4 1 1 minus 2, and last minus 2, hide minus 2, 4 1 3 minus 1. So 1 3 2s are 6, 3 into minus 2 which is minus 6, minus 1 into 1 which is minus 1, but minus minus plus 1, plus 1, 4 into minus 2 minus 8, 1 into 1 1, but minus 1, minus 2 minus 4 minus 3. So minus 6 plus 1 minus 5, minus 8 minus 1 minus 9, minus 4 minus 3 minus 7 into minus 2, so plus 14. So minus 5 minus 9 which is minus 14 plus 14 which is equal to 0. So this is our final answer. So try all this determinant using any row or any column, you will get same answer, right? You will get same answer, but consider this plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus. We call this element as a diamond element. At diamond element you have to change the sign of this element, and you don't need to change the sign of non-diamond element, right? For non-diamond elements you keep that element as it is, and for diamond element change the sign of element. So that's all for today's session, right? In next session we are going to learn some symbols which are used in determinant and properties of determinant.